In the world of One Piece, there are hundreds of devil fruits that grant unique abilities. Some of these powers may seem useless, while others are so overpowered that they feel almost unfair. Today, I'll introduce the top 10 most ridiculously overpowered devil fruits in One Piece. First, the Age Fruit. The Age Fruit was forcibly given to Jewelry Bonnie by Saturn of the Gorosei during her childhood. This devil fruit allows Bonnie to manipulate the age of living beings, making them either younger or older, effectively rendering her opponents helpless. One of her most impressive feats was using this ability to age Luffy, the new emperor who defeated Kaido, into a 70-year-old man. Unlike other ailments that powerful figures like Kaido, Big Mom, or even Luffy's ally Trafalgar Law could neutralize with their haki, Luffy couldn't undo the effects of Bonnie's powers. While other powerful figures like Kaido, Big Mom, and even Luffy's ally Trafalgar Law were able to use haki to counter ailments like a disease that turned people into women, Luffy, aged by Bonnie's power, struggled to move without his back giving out, nearly keeling over from the pain. Furthermore, upon witnessing Luffy transform into Sun God Nika, Bonnie herself managed to assume a similar Nika form, embodying her dream of a free future. Many argue that she was merely imitating Nika's form, but Bonnie was actually able to use rubber abilities just like Nika transformed Luffy, landing attacks on Saturn of the Gorosei as well as on Sun God Luffy, causing him real pain. As the world government searched for 800 years to locate the Nika fruit, which they believed held the power of Joy Boy, Bonnie now wields a devil fruit that allows her to tap into that same Nika transformation effortlessly. Second, the Hobby Fruit. The Hobby Fruit, eaten by Sugar of the Don Quixote family, grants her the ability to turn any living being she touches into a toy. Additionally, this devil fruit has an overpowered twist. Any creature turned into a toy must obey Sugar's commands without question. You might think haki could nullify this power, but anyone transformed into a toy is automatically forced to obey Sugar's orders, making it impossible for them to resist or use haki freely. Using Sugar's hobby powers, Warlord Doflamingo controlled Dressrosa for 20 years. He exploited toy slaves to supply the underworld with a massive amount of war materials, raking in incredible wealth. Third, Paw-Paw Fruit. The Paw-Paw Fruit, eaten by former warlord Bartholomew Kuma, gives him the ability to repel anything he touches with his paw-shaped pads. This overpowered ability allows him to deflect not only physical objects, but also intangible things like air, memories, and even pain. 38 years ago, this devil fruit was in the possession of the Rock's pirates, but a celestial dragon stole it and put it up as a prize for the winner of the God Valley Human Hunting Competition. Kuma eventually stole and ate it, gaining its powers. At God Valley, Kuma used the Paw-Paw powers to save 500 slaves. 2 years ago at Sabati Archipelago, he was able to save Monkey D. Luffy and his crew, who had attacked a celestial dragon, also thanks to this power. Kuma, who was previously in the first half of the Grand Line, also used his Paw-Paw ability to travel across the Red Line and reach Egghead Island in the New World to protect his daughter, Jewelry Bonnie, from Saturn of the Gorosei. Fourth, Return Fruit. The Return Fruit, eaten by Ain of the Neo-Marines, a former companion of ex-Admiral Zephyr, allows her to turn anything she touches back by 12 years. She used this power to age reverse members of the Straw Hat Pirates like Nami, Chopper, Robin, and Brook by 12 years. If she had made Whitebeard 12 years younger, he would likely have defeated the 3 admirals at Marineford, and Blackbeard Teach would have been killed. If Garp had been made 12 years younger, then during his raid on Blackbeard's base at Hachinosu, he could have taken down Aokiji, who switched to Blackbeard's side, and likely defeated all of Blackbeard's officers as well. The fact that the only way to break this age reversal effect is to knock out the user makes it incredibly overpowered, which might be why it only appeared in a single movie. Fifth, the Thump-Thump Fruit. The Thump-Thump Fruit, eaten by Admiral Fujitora, grants him the overpowered ability to manipulate gravity. He often uses this power to pull meteors from space and smash them down onto the battlefield. He can intensify gravity on his targets to immobilize them or, conversely, nullify gravity to send them floating into the sky. If Fujitora ever reveals an awakened form of his power, he could affect his entire surroundings, reducing everything to ruins. At the Holy Land of Mary-Joise, where the celestial dragons reside, Fujitora even attempted to drop a meteor to subdue a revolutionary army commander. Had that meteor hit, he might have become the first admiral to kill a celestial dragon. 6. The Ope Ope Fruit. The Ope Ope Fruit, eaten by 3 billion bounty Trafalgar Law, creates a massive room around the user. within which they can freely control anything. Law has demonstrated his power by using it to extract the heart of Marine Vice Admiral Smoker, and by performing life-saving surgery on a nearly dead Luffy after the Marineford War. The Ope Ope Fruit also grants the ability to teleport and perform the Perennial Youth Surgery, which grants eternal life. Emu, from the Nerona clan, who lived in the Void Century between 900 and 800 years ago, has allegedly sustained life for over 800 years using this surgery, and now rules the world government from the shadows. This incredibly powerful ability makes the Ope Ope Fruit one of the most expensive devil fruits, valued at 5 billion berries. Currently, the highest active bounty is Yonko Shanks' 4 billion, meaning this fruit's value surpasses the top-ranked bounty by 1 billion. In history, only Pirate King Roger and Whitebeard have ever reached bounties of 5 billion berries. 7. The Float Float Fruit. The Float Float Fruit, eaten by Golden Lion Shiki, Pirate King Roger's rival, allows him to make anything he touches float in the air. He's used this power to lift entire islands and fleets of pirate ships, demonstrating its incredible strength. If he wanted, Shiki could easily launch a surprise attack on the Holy Land of Mary Joyce with this ability. Although he suffered the humiliation of losing to a hacky Les Luffy in the movie, if Shiki had appeared in the original manga, his float powers might have led him to Raftel before anyone else. 8th, the Warp Warp Fruit. The Warp Fruit, eaten by Van Augur of the Blackbeard Pirates, grants him the ability to teleport, making it an incredibly overpowered ability for support. He used this ability to save Teach from nearly falling into the sea, to stage a surprise attack on Big Mom's Toto Land, and to launch an assault on Amazon Lily, located in the Calm Belt where Sea Kings reside. It is anticipated that Van Augur will work with Katarina Devon, who has the power to replicate the abilities of the Gorosei, to infiltrate the Holy Land of Mary Joyce. Given that the teleportation range seems to increase with mastery, it's impossible to predict how far Van Augur's range might extend in the final saga. 9th, the Light Fruit. The Light Fruit, eaten by Admiral Kizaru, turns him into a light human, granting him the ability to move and act at the speed of light, making it one of the most overpowered devil fruits. The Light Fruit's overwhelming versatility is one of the key reasons Kizaru could rise to the rank of Admiral. He can fire laser beams as a basic attack, and can also use light to instantly travel vast distances. To keep up with Kizaru's speed requires extraordinary observation haki, and without armament haki, it's nearly impossible to even touch him. 10th, the Rumble Fruit. The Rumble Fruit, eaten by Tenel of Skypia, is a top-tier Logia fruit that turns its user into a lightning human, making it one of the most overpowered devil fruits. He can call down lightning from the sky and move at lightning-fast speeds. The fruit also boosts his observation haki, allowing Enel to hear sounds across all of Skypia, demonstrating an immense range. While Imi used the ancient weapon Uranus to destroy the kingdom of Leloucha, Enel demonstrated similar power by using his lightning to completely vaporize Skypia. If it weren't for Luffy's Gomunika abilities, Enel would have continued ruling the skies forever.